What does it take to create a vibrant, thriving life? First, the sad news is that Thoreau was right. Most people live quiet lives of desperation, lacking in meaning, fulfillment, and vitality. But we choose more. We choose to create extraordinary lives. And the Art of Vibrant Living show entertains you with inspiration, empowerment, and education to create your life into a masterpiece. It's time. Let's vibe up.
Aloha, y'all. Daniel Aaron here. I am your host, and this is the Art of Vibrant Living show. It's a show. It's for you. It's to help you to create your life into a masterpiece. And in order to do that, you must participate in the most important thing in the world, which is you and your life. Take some action. Get charged up, entertained. Yes, we've got gold, an amazing guest today. It means little, though, unless you do something with it. So, take some of the magic and apply it in your life. If you would like some help, if you would like my new course as a free gift for you as part of the audience, send me an email, daniel@danielaaron.com. This training is how and why affirmations are destroying your success. Okay, let's get into it today. Amazing guest we have. Steve Brossman has a powerful message for every coach, healer, and entrepreneur. Leading AI experts predict that as many as 60% of today's coaches won't even be in business 2 years from now. I think that's off, 60%. I think it's more like 80 or 90%. Steve, though, is here to show us how to future-proof, how to create our human advantage, and how to grow while others fall. Steve is a 9-time best-selling author in marketing, sales, and human performance, the creator of Authority Business Mastery, and the man behind Podcasting, a unique framework helping knowledge professionals attract clients without ever selling their soul. It is time. I've been looking forward to this conversation. Steve Brossman, welcome.
I'm going to give it away by saying g'day and good morning. Can you guess where I'm from? This is the beautiful banks of Sydney Harbour behind me. And Daniel, it is awesome to spend the next time with you. And I can't wait to vibe with you, buddy.
Absolutely. It's great to be here with you, Steve. And let's jump right in, not into the harbor, but into the magic of what you have developed. Because I know so many people. I work with a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs, a lot of people that tune into this show, hear the word sales and they go, ooh, yuck. So what do you mean sales without selling soul?
Let's give the platform of sales and selling right up front. And it's the definition that I've had. I opened my first business in 1983 and it was a health club. And back in then, you know what health club selling was all about. It was push, 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 push. And I opened the club, got the sales trainers in, taught me how to do it, and I hated it. But, we risk $250,000 to set it up. It's not like these days where you can put down $1,000 to set up a business. I risked my family home. So we got the salespeople in because if we didn't sell, we got kicked out on the street. But through those early days, I heard somebody say this, and for your people that are listening and getting the replay, write this down. Selling is professionally servicing other people's needs for a mutually beneficial gain. Now, you start with professionally servicing their needs, and your people are great people, and they do professionally service other people's needs. That's first up. You got it, not a problem. And then for that mutually beneficial gain, they get what they came for, because anybody that clicks on a link, picks up the phone, walks in your door is crying out, hello, I think you have something for me. That's why I'm here. And professionally servicing their needs for a mutually beneficial gain, which means you get paid. And that's the foundation of everything that I've done for 40 odd years with sales. Over the last 40 odd years, I've refined it, I've researched it, and coming up all the time with better ways to fulfill that need. They walk in the door, unless they have the caveman approach to marketing. And that is, I sit in my cave, somebody walks past the cave entrance, I've got my club, I run out and hit them on the head. Now, unless you're doing that, they are coming to you saying, I've got something. And every time you don't sell to them, you have let somebody down.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. I love that. And mutually beneficial, right? Those are two key words in there. I remember once I was studying negotiation and I heard somebody speaking about negotiating. Oh, this guy's such a great negotiator. He'll take the shirt right off your back. And the guy overheard that comment and he said, no, you got it wrong, right? Good negotiation is you give me the shirt and you feel like you got the best deal of your life because of that, right? And so the mutually beneficial part, and I think that's what so many people don't understand, is it's win-win, right? It's a new era of sales. So I love that. Well,
just on that, Daniel, and I know there's a little bit of a time delay with coming across the Pacific, is if you're giving it away, you are doing them a disservice. Here's another thing you may want to write down. If they don't pay, they don't pay attention. Now, how many times have you given away a free course? How many times have you given away something free and they just don't do it? They don't value it. They're not committed to it. Therefore, they're not going to get the results. So they're not getting what they come to you for. If you just give it to them, they don't value it, they're not going to get the results, and they'll probably blame you because they're not getting the results. When you get them to invest, they will get involved and they will get results. And my people that I'm working at the highest level say, Steve, yeah, you're charging a great amount for this. I'm going to suck every cent worth of value out of it. And I thought, fantastic. I'm getting results for those people. So listen to yourself. Oh, but I don't feel like charging. Well, therefore, you're not doing them a service. You want them to feel a little bit of pain, enough so that they're going to get value and results for what you deliver.
I love it. That's beautiful. And one of my colleagues is a coach, charges $100,000 to work with him for a year. People sometimes say to him, 100,000, that's a lot. What do you? He says, look, I don't need your money. I need your attention, right? And meaning I need your attention if we're going to get results for you. So I love that. We got to get buy-in, and you make it so clear that it's by charging, you're doing them a service. You're benefiting the client by doing that. That's beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of new era, you, I know, are on the cutting edge here of this AI overtake situation as far as service providers go. And when I was introducing you, I said 60%, and I thought, no, I bet you it's more than 60% are going to go by the wayside unless they learn. What do they need to learn? Well, what's happening there? Will you just give us a little overview from your perspective?
Yeah, I'm fortunate that I'm working with one of my clients and they're working at the highest level. And I can't disclose anything there, but they are really working at the highest level in building AI agents, etc. And because of that, I see what's coming down the pipeline. Most are seeing what's coming down the pipeline at least 6 or 8 months later than what I get to see that's being built. The other thing is, because of that, I believe it's also my responsibility to help protect people, because the AI tsunami, it is an AI tsunami. And I did a session the other day, a workshop, and I said, how many people here are finding it tougher in the last 6 months to get more attention, to get more clients than they've ever felt before? And 100% said it's tougher. The problem is it's only going to get tougher because it's easy for people to put in their website, put in a few keywords, and a month's worth, 6 months worth of content is being put out there. You can write a book in 60 seconds. I saw one the other day. There's just like type in all of these words and you got a book out there. Videos. Another one that's coming up is like you put in this and here's 10 videos all for you.
Mm-hmm.
So the noise and everything out there is amazing. On the other side of the coin, the AI bots, even just the typical chat GPT, now people are selling prompts to turn your bot into your life coach, to turn them into your business coach, to turn them into your health and fitness coach. So unless you can bring in your human factor, all the technical stuff is going to be done by somebody else or something else. And I researched some training with a guy, and he said there's going to be 3 sets of people going forward in the next 12 months. There's the builders. They're the people who do stuff. Quite often they're the skilled manual laborers. Even Simon Sinek said, hey, the baggage handlers don't give a damn about AI. All the automation's been done. The builders, as in the physical nail builders, the plumbers, those sorts of technicians, they're not really that worried. It's the IT engineers, all those sorts of engineers, 20% of those will be gone. So if you're in that sort of building engineering thing, only 20% of you are going to go. That's fine. The thinkers, we sell our knowledge, our skills, and our expertise. They're predicting 60% of knowledge professionals, 50% of professional service providers will be gone. The accountants, the financial advisors, the mortgage brokers, gone. 60% of those will be gone. And then there's the carers. There's 20%, and most of those are just going to be efficiency. They're the frontliners, those who do the nursing homes, the nurses, the doctors, the police, fireys. They're all mainly around about 10%, and that's just the efficiency and admin. So the wave is coming. However, the opportunity for you and me is to do what we call create your human legacy factor. How can you be more human? How can you infuse you, not get rid of AI, stand on AI to stand out and become more human rather than stand behind it? Now, if you want to stand up, stand out. In fact, my first book 12 years ago was Stand Up, Stand Out, or Stand Aside. It's probably more relevant now than ever. Pretty old school. But that's the biggest thing. How do we bring the human back into it? Because the backlash has already started. There are companies that have just botted everything, and they're losing people because, hey, the bots can't connect with you. They don't have empathy for you. They're about 5 years away from developing empathy yet. So if you can, I love your title, Vibrant, because resonate is when somebody resonates with you, it's the sync of the vibrations. That's what resonance is, the syncing of the vibrations. And that's something that a person and a bot don't have just yet. But person to person, you can get on the same page, you can resonate with them, and that is where you're going to stand out. How do you infuse your human legacy factor into what you're currently doing?
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Well, I'm with you. That makes complete sense, and that I'm not a brain surgeon myself, but that brings the obvious question: how do we do that? How do we bring forward that human factor, the human advantage, human legacy part?
Wherever possible, give people a piece of you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to sit down with everybody and hold everybody's hand. And I've got sequences that I've been doing for 12 years. When somebody connects with me, it might be on LinkedIn, might be on Facebook, or reach out. There'll be an email or a message go out, but there'll also be a video. It might be a Meet Steve video. Then they can tell that it's me. It's not a bot. It's me. There'll be my little quirkiness. Oh, here's something that you guys might want to write down, and it'll give you, you heart. That it will be your imperfections that will highlight your authenticity, because the bots are quite often perfect, well scripted, words in the right place, and that's it. Where it's your imperfections that will bring your human factor into it, and that's what's going to be attractive to people. There might be an and an and all those sorts of things, but that is, hey, finally I get to talk to somebody who is real. So every step of the way you look at, where can I bring me back in? And if somebody is booking for a high level call with me, then I will do the one thing. I've got it all set up. I can click a video. It's my Movid, and it might be Daniel's booked a call with me. It'll take me 2 minutes out of my time if it's going to be a major call. Hey, Daniel, great to see you book in for a call. I've had a look at your website, had a look at your LinkedIn profile. Man, I've got some great ideas. I can't wait to share with you. And I look forward to our call. I'll see you then. Cheers. Now, it's your energy that you bring that the bots can't bring yet. And all of your people out there have great energy, have great empathy. Use it.
I like that. And let's see, I'll use your line here. You might want to write this down: energy and empathy. That's what I'm getting. And I love what you're saying personally, because you're saying bringing one's imperfections forward is an advantage. That means I'm going to kill it because I got so many imperfections. This is awesome. And
we teach people, we teach people frameworks. We give them some scripts, and we give them frameworks to work within. And I know 10-pin bowling is big over there. It's not so much here. But to me, the way that we work with people is we teach you how to bowl with the bumpers up. We give you the frameworks, and you can just let it rip. Be more of yourself within the frameworks, not less. And so when you're bowling with the bumpers up, you can just let that ball roll, and you know that it might bounce off the side. And most likely it's going to knock a few pins down. So that's the big thing, is like, well, okay, how do I do this? But how do I get out there and I just want to be me. I don't want to be fake. But that's the great thing. And there's the imposter syndrome. I'm going to get the elephant out of the room right now. There's the imposter syndrome. Hey, I'm not the expert. I'm not this. All of you who are listening have done something and are doing something and are helping people. Okay, so I'll do a thing. Put your hand up if you love doing what you do and you actually help people. Great. Yeah, I can see them coming through. You're not, whatever you've done, you are the authority on what you have done. A lot of people say you've got to do 10,000 hours to be an expert. Well, you probably do. However, you're the expert on the way that you've done something your way. So an expert knows something. An authority is known for something. What are you known for? What is it that your people say, you've got to go and see Daniel because he does this? You become the authority on he does this. That's the big thing. How do you pull that out, position that, package that, so you are the authority on the stuff that you do?
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, cool. So I want to go a little deeper. This might seem like a weird question, right? Talking about the human advantage. And I'm curious from your perspective, what's the cost? I mean, clearly we can see that there's an economic and business cost if people ignore this tsunami, right? There's going to be a lot of wetness, a lot of destruction. What's the cost, though, potentially in ignoring it emotionally, psychologically, spiritually?
How you are feeling right now, getting out there and competing against the bots, competing against other people potentially that are getting their message out bigger, quicker, faster because they're just pushing buttons. It feels frustrating. But when you learn how to leverage and rise above it, you become more of you. You become more of that person. We talk about also going from an A to a D, a coach, a consultant, a life coach, a spiritual coach, a something. If you're an A, you're what we call a brown box. You sit on the shelf the same as all the other brown boxes. And if in this AI world, you're just going to get wiped out. In the previous world, you probably would have got beaten on price, because if you're sitting on the shelf the same as everybody else, the lowest common denominator is price, and that's where you would have got beaten. Now it's proliferation. It's whoever's out there the biggest and the most. However, unless you get the cut through and become the creator of whatever it is you do, the authority on whatever it is you do, when you move from an A to a the, your bank balance changes. When people know exactly who you are and why they should work with you, and they resonate with you, they're attracted to you because of the vibrations. Now, the big thing is, and I know that everything happens around, it's all energy. It takes energy for somebody to click on your link. It takes energy for somebody to make a call with you, to inquire. What energy are you giving off? Now, the AI right now are very linear and logical. They don't really tap too much into my emotions, but they can get in there. But still linear and logical, working on the conscious. We show people guided subconscious selling on how to guide somebody's subconscious to think about all of the great things that you can do with them and for them. And the buying decision is happening there. Let their subconscious do all the heavy lifting. Unfortunately, most people are trying to layer on all the good things that I do. And I do this, and I do this, and I do this. That's a shopping list that the conscious thinks about virtually instead of thinking about, hey, how can I guide their subconscious to paint the picture, the dreams, to take them down that route. It's like, oh my God, I've got to work with this person. And that's how you can win.
Okay, cool. I love that. Now, I can hear it. 3, 4, 8, 10 people somewhere across the illusion of time are saying, Steve, manipulate people's subconscious? Who do you think you are? What's going on with that? Now, I know what you mean and where you're coming from with that. Would you clarify, though? You know what I'm talking about, right? The concern that's popping up for some people?
Yeah, it's not manipulation. See, there's 3 levels of influence in sales. And I'm just going to get on my soapbox for just that little bit, Daniel.
Boom.
3 levels of influence. There's the imposed influence. And that is, I'm giving you all this information. I'm giving you more information. I'm imposing my knowledgeable influence on you. And that's what most salespeople do, is they just give all of these great reasons and off they go. But then there's the collaborative influence. And that's very, very powerful. And science has shown the more they are involved in the buying decision, in the presentation, the more they invest. And when they're involved, they invest. So collaborative influences, we're working together. You've come to me with a little problem when we're talking about it and say, well, yeah, okay, how would this work for you? Here's how we do things. And I've got what's called, and it's neuroscientifically proven to be very powerful, ISQC. I might take 30 seconds to tell you. Information. I'm going to give you some information. Then most people will go straight on to the more information, and then more information, data dump, download, linear. The brain can only process 40 bits of information per second, subconscious somewhere between 30,000 and 500,000. Dump stuff into the subconscious. So yeah, here's how we would work. And by the way, Daniel, here's somebody that we work with just like you, abbreviated scripting. We work with them to deliver this. They got these sorts of results. Is that something you could see working for you? Yes, I can. If we were to do that, let's collaborate. What would that mean to you in potentially a financial, emotive, or practical sense? What would that mean to you? Let's calculate it right now. Bang. We've quantified. So that's S for story, quantify those results, and then confirm. But here's the confirm. You tell the story in a way that they then start believing that they could do that too. It's their belief. Yeah, I could do that. I'm the same as them. They're no different to me. I can do that. So it's not manipulating, it's giving them the belief that they can actually achieve something working with you. And when we get to the last C, which is confirm, I reckon I can do that. Great. And then create the treasure chest. Create. Well, if we were to do that and you were to get an X couple of clients and have some more time off, what would you do with that? Well, I'd probably be able to take my kids on holidays for the first time in 3 years. Where would you go? Fantastic. Hey, Daniel, what's it going to be like? Maybe 6 months' time, you're walking in the door and say, kids, pack your bags, we're going to Disneyland. Just tell me what that would be like. And then we dump that into the subconscious. We leave it there. Let it do the work. It's like me telling you, don't think of a pink elephant, Daniel. And all of a sudden, your subconscious is thinking of what? A pink elephant. So we've just built something. They've seen, they believe that they could do it. It's something that's aspirational that they want to do. And then we've put it away in the subconscious. And when we're having the discussion and you've helped them 2 or 3 different ways and you understand what their real issue is and you're empathizing but creating an aspirational solution, that's not manipulation. That's a partnership. And at the end, with all of that going on, churning around in the back of the head, that's what we call the agreed implementable value. Yes, we've agreed. I can do it. It's valuable. They'll get to the point of saying, man, Daniel, this is fantastic. How do we get started? I want to go to Disneyland. So there is no way it's manipulation because it's collaboration. And when you do that, you're working together in a partnership.
That's great. Thank you. I love that soapbox. And, and I'll clarify a little bit. When I say, let's not get us or anybody lost in the syntax here in the language, because whether we call it manipulation or influence or creating something together collaboratively, what you're describing is leading somebody into new possibilities. And the alternative in some way is being ineffective with communication such that they stay where they are in a problem in less than their potential. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think influence has been given a bad name because if people have a problem and there is a solution in front of them and it's probably been floating around them for some time, and if they haven't taken any sort of action, they actually do need some sort of an impetus to get going, to actually get started. So influence is not, unless you're doing it negatively, you actually do need to push somebody to get away from what they've been currently doing. So you've got to get that inertia going. How do we do that? Well, bit of a push, get the ball rolling, and you've got to give it that nudge in the right direction. It's positive.
Yeah, absolutely. The way I think of it is we are always influencing. We are always manipulating. It's only a question of how, in what ways. I came across this expression some years ago, libertarian paternalism, right? Libertarian means everybody's got the freedom to choose. Paternalism, in the most positive sense, is I'm giving the best possibility that they can choose what's best for them. And the example, and I'll see what you think about this, is in a school cafeteria. We know that as the kids move through the cafeteria line, they're more likely to choose the items that are at eye level than the ones that are way up here or way down here. So then we have a choice as the cafeteria director. Do we put the cupcakes there or do we put the fruit there, right? And it's all available. They can choose. But if we care, libertarian paternalism, we give them the choice in the best way possible to make the choices that help them. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. And if it's a one-on-one discussion or something like that, you got to look at, again, it's the energy. And how do you increase the buyer's energy? You get them excited about. And the AIV, the agreed, implementable value. See, most people sell the box and you get this and you get this and you get this. We don't really care what's in the box. You do. I don't. It's what is it going to do for me? It's back to that old radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? So they want to get. See, it's also selling like a doctor. See, most people don't come to you with the problem. They come to you with symptoms. You don't go to the doctor and say, hey, doc, I've got rhinosinuvirus and I'd like a dose of amoxicillin antibiotics, please. You say, doc, I've got a cough, I've got a runny nose, I've got a headache, I can't sleep, get rid of it. See, 47.5% of all people that enter a buying discussion don't really know what the issue is. So the first thing that you do as a human that a bot doesn't do is empathize and help them. Here's the first understand. Help them understand what the real problem is, what it's costing them, what it's going to cost them to do nothing about it. So you go to the doctor and then I blurted out all of my symptoms. Great. They will go through and they will work out what it is and they'll help you understand what it is and then give you a solution. Take these pills, get better. Don't take these pills. Here's the consequences. Great. So that's the first thing. You have that connection of helping them understand. Now, when you're doing that, they are understanding that you understand them. That's the second understand. Now, that gets you invited into their head and their heart as a trusted friend and a trusted advisor. And that's when we talk about heart-to-heart selling. It's when you take the time to truly understand and help them understand, then you can help take the next steps from inside their head and their heart. And that's the place that you want to work from, is you're collaborating with them, co-creating that solution. And when the agreed implementable value gets significantly greater than the potential investment, they will get to the point of the third influence, self-influence, and they'll say, Daniel, this is awesome. Shut up, stop. How do we get started? And that's the point that you get to when you collaborate with them, understand, and give them the true value of what's going to happen beyond just delivering results. It's the impact of those results that they want to buy, not just the results. And when people understand that, they truly can connect and sell heart to heart.
I love it. So clear. Thank you. That's amazing. AIV, agreed implementable value. Beautiful. All right, Steve, time is ticking along. So let's pause. Is there anything that I haven't asked you about that you would like to bring forward?
We got about 3 days, don't we?
Exactly.
Look, it's not as daunting as it seems. It's an extension of what you do. You look back at the people that you've worked with and you listen to what they have said about you. You look at their testimonials, because that's what they truly value. You may think that I deliver this, 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 and this, but when you look at what they've said, it's like, well, that's what they believe is the most important thing that they're paid for. So you may want to craft what it is and why you are unique around their words, not yours. And then when you get to the point of communicating with people, it's all about that first bit, that empathy, the energy and the empathy and the understanding, and then collaborating to the point of them getting so excited that it's like, yeah, this is fantastic. I just have to work with you. Because the conversation, again, is a rehearsal of working together. Now, that's the energy. Yep, this guy makes sense, but I just couldn't spend another 5 minutes with him. It's like, well, what's again, it's the resonance, the vibrations between the two. So you bring your energy, and if that energy is empathy and passion to help them get results, then it's like, wow. When you're telling the stories, whether it's your story, we talk about creating your bankable story, or the story of somebody that you helped, as you're finishing that off, they need to see the passion and the excitement in your eyes for the results that you've delivered other people. And they're thinking, man, I want Daniel in my back pocket as a cheerleader for me. I want them so excited about my results that I have to work with them. All the technical sales babble goes out the window if the energy between the two of you and the aspirations are not there that you've created for them. So don't get hung up on all these different certain things that you got to do in order. Yeah, there's all the stuff like that we do teach, but it's still you to the other person. And that could be through the camera to hundreds of thousands of people. or it could be one-on-one. It's how do you get through that lens so you really connect heart to heart.
Awesome. I love it. Well, so whether we're talking about sales without selling your soul or how to survive and thrive in the AI tsunami, it comes back to the human factor, right? To being real, to being you. I love it.
Yeah, look, I've got something that I've created a little while ago, and I've got a new one coming out. But I write back pocket guides. I've got 9 books, as you mentioned. I've got a number of bestsellers. That's great. We don't have time for that anymore. I don't have time to write them. You don't have time to read them. I've got the back pocket guide, the art and science of flow selling. It's all about the energy flow in the sales sequence. How do you build the excitement and the energy to the point of they're running to your front door, trying to knock it down, say, hey, let's work together. Now, I know you're going to have a link around here for the guys to go and get it. When you get that, as soon as potentially, and I'm going to work with Daniel on this, I'm going to put together a short, maybe a 2-hour session on heart-to-heart selling. That's the new stuff that's coming 3 to 6 months down the track. I might throw something forward, and everything that we've spoken about heart-to-heart, I might throw something special early, and it'll be a full-on training session. So I've just thought of it then. Daniel, I hope you don't mind me just blurting it out. But Daniel's get the link. Go and get the back pocket guide, the art and science of flow selling. It's going to cover most of what we've done today, not so much in the AI world, but that's my gift for you right now, and because you're one of Daniel's awesome people.
That's awesome. Beautiful, Steve. So let me make sure that I got it clear and it's super clear for everybody. If somebody wants to get your back pocket guide, flow selling, they can get it as your gift, no financial investment required. To do so, it's this link that's on the screen. If you're listening, not watching, it's easy. You go to stevebrossman.com/BPG flow selling.
Yeah, that's it. BPG for back pocket guide, flow selling. That's in there. It's got some really cool stuff, some downloads, some videos. It's virtually a workshop in a book. So you could actually take that, run away with it, and it'll make a difference. And like as you said at the beginning, Daniel, we did cover some good stuff today. I hope it's of great value and also implementable. Take it away. This is a waste of time. In 2 or 3 weeks' time, all this will be, hey, Daniel had an interesting guest on. He had some cool stuff. Can't remember it now, and I didn't do anything with it, but I thought it was okay. No, neither of us want that. Go and do stuff straight away. And for all the work that you're doing with your people, well done, and we just appreciate and love you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Steve. And yeah, thanks for calling that back to the people. Do something with it. Our time is ticking along, so I got one last big question for you. Is that all right?
I'm scared, but Danny, I'll go for it.
Good. Because it's so big, there's no way you can get it right. But that said, you can't get it wrong either. You got so much experience, Steve. You know so much. You've learned so much. If I asked you to boil it down, distill it, and you had only one thing that you could say to our audience to help them live their most vibrant, thriving life, what's that one thing?
You know what? I'm going to go back to what I just mentioned earlier, my first book. I got off my butt and did it, and it made a massive difference. Stand up, stand out, or stand aside. And in my Aussie humor, when I was writing it, my wife was an Amazon guru at the time. I actually wanted to title it Be Different or Bugger Off. So that's my end comment is you got to stand up, you got to stand out, or you actually have to stand aside. Now, the interesting thing in the first chapter of that was sticking your head up and having a look around is not standing up. If you've been sitting down, standing up straight can sometimes be a little painful, a little nerve-wracking, but stand up, stand out, or stand aside.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Steve Brossman. Thanks for
One,
being with
one
me.
last thing, and I'm going to jump in, and I know your people, I don't give this out very often. If you do want to just say, Steve, I got a question and we didn't cover it, I'm old fashioned. I actually do reply to emails myself. Steve@stevebrossman.com. It's easy to remember. It's easy for me to remember. Steve@stevebrossman.com. Just because of you're in Daniel's community, I know you're not going to abuse it, but if you've got a question, you just want to reach out, that's a gift as well.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for being with us, Steve.
Mate, it's been an absolute.
Thank you to you too, our guests, the audience, those who are dedicated, you who's not only dedicated to a vibrant, thriving life, you're doing something about it. Please take this in, do something more about it, apply it in your life, jump into action. I love you. Thank you for being here. See you soon.
Mahalo for tuning in to the Art of Vibrant Living show, y'all. I'm Daniel Aaron, and may you live with great vibrancy.